welcome. You have reached Imperial Reviews, and today's recap will be from Season 3, Episode 3. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Let's get into it. Now, this episode was just a filler. Didn't too much go on. So now we know last episode was pretty much Kenny and his Tien Chan getting destroyed and pulled apart by the night crawlers, and Kenny finding out in the funeral and everything. And of course we got Tabitha in the real world seeing Victor's dad, and so getting Victor's dad to believe her. So this episode is pretty much picking up the same where they left off. Tabitha with Victor's dad she's trying to understand the paintings and everything. Meanwhile, back at the town, you got the town's people getting together, going out to get the crops for the town to eat. Meanwhile, back in the town, you had Fatima still eating like the garbage, the bad waste food that they don't want. And that's what she's using to eat. Tully, the newsy older woman in the elderly woman in the town, sees everything, knows everybody's business. So she pretty much wanted to talk to Fatima, pretty much telling her, hey, when I was pregnant, I did some like weird I did some weird stuff too. I ate some weird things and I hid it from my husband. It's basically saying it's perfectly normal. And what was said is that what was said that pretty much Fatima wanted to know that was like looking through the cards and every tarot cards and seeing if her baby was good and everything like that. And before Fatima got up and pretty much got mad at Tully and stormed off. So that was as much as it went on right there. And then as the group that was out grabbing the food for the town, Jade started seeing images of a man with an arrow through his eye, and then grabbed him, and then the man wasn't there, and then he seen the image again. So what ended up happening, Jade started basically saying, man, I gotta get out of here, I gotta get back to town. They pretty much telling Jade like, no, don't do that, because we've been out here too long. By the time you make it back to town, it's gonna be too dark, so we need to just camp here, stay at this place where everybody else has been at. Where this other group, they must experience the same thing, but instead of the other group having like the Taos emblem things that they hang from their houses, they built like these statue things. So what ended up happening is I can't think of what is the nurse name? The doctor of the town. So right now I can't. In my last recap, I couldn't remember her name, but nevertheless, the nurse nurse of the town, she was out there. The doctor of the town, she was out there with them, and she went chasing after Jade. In the process of her chasing after Jade, she stepped on a bear trap. So that's already gonna be an issue. She could barely move. She ain't gonna be able to get back to town. So then she was stuck with the bear trap. People was having back and forth. So they had to go get something. Jade had to go get something to try to help her to lift the bear trap. He went to where they had these people who built the statue to ward off the night crawlers. So he took something from there, like part of the leg or whatever, to help unlock the bear trap. So he did that. You already looking at that. That's going to be a problem that he did that. So they got her leg out. That was pretty much it for the episode with that. So what's going to transpire? But by this time, it's starting to get dark. Meanwhile, back in the real world, you had Tabitha convincing Victor's dad to take her to the location where it was a place where the wife always liked to go and stuff like that, seeing if it's some type of significance or some way to get back to that town. So in the process of that, Tabitha hasn't been sleeping, and he was like, you're not in, um, you ain't in position to really sleep, man. You need to get some rest first, and then we could go. She's like, no, we need to go right now. We need to go right now. So while they're driving, they're not paying attention to the road. He's focused on her and her behavior. She's saying we can't stop. He like, no, we need to pull over, stop, not paying attention, and they get smacked by a car. While they get smacked by the car, they got picked up by the ambulance. While they got picked up by the ambulance, when they come to and wait, they stop. And when they stop, the ambulance is in front of the tree. We all know about the tree. That's going to lead you to the town. But no one has yet to push through the tree. Use their vehicle to push the tree out the way and keep going. Everybody always turn back around at that moment, and then they end up in the town. So it would be nice to see them push through, but we know they're not going to do that. They're going to end up with the ambulance back in this town or whatever. So we got to see how this all play out. Was that portal to get to the real world that the kid in the all white that pushed Tabitha through, was that portal just a one-time portal? Or it's an ongoing portal where the whole town leads up to the light tower and jump out the window, and they all end up in the back of where? Because all we seen is Tabitha woke up at the hospital. So we don't know on the flip side, when she went through the portal, where did she end up? Where did she come out at? Where did they find her? So we don't know a lot of those things. So overall, this is a filler episode. Not much more. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Till next time.